know that I am completely in sync with you on empathy and humility. I also think leaders have to display courage, and I know you would agree. So I have a client right now whose developmental goal is I need to speak truth to power. And this is speaking truth to power is an element of gravitas, which is an element of executive presence. And we know it's risky. What advice would you have for someone whose goal is to speak truth to power with your knowledge of power dynamics?
I'm going to have to go back to Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh,
because we know him for the oratory prowess and the philosophical depth and his capacity to organize a collective movement that took decades to accomplish its goals. So many, many wonderful things. But the one thing that maybe we don't know as much is that he spoke a lot about the personal development that you require to be able to speak truth to power and push back on the status quo, push back on those kind of power hierarchies that may be squashing you. And he says, you have to develop a sense of somebodyness. Don't let anybody ever tell you that you are no one, because then you will never speak truth to power. You will never think that you are allowed and entitled to be courageous. You have to be strong inside and believe in yourself, believe in your value to find the courage to speak up. Otherwise, you will always second guess your position in this context, what entitles you to speak. Are you good enough to speak? Are you valuable enough to speak? And in my view, the way in which a leader or a subordinate gets to the point when they can, in fact, do that, they see something wrong, they speak. They see something that needs to be changed, they try. You have to be comfortable with yourself and appreciate the good in you. And to accomplish that, there's a lot of kind of input on affirmation, of the work you do on yourself to understand that you have something to contribute. And it may not be only a professional kind of work-related contribution. What we know from the research in that domain is that sometimes affirming your value as a human being in something that is you as a person is sometimes all you need to become more courageous at work. I know I'm a person with certain moral compass. I know that I'm a generous person to my friends and family. I know that I look out for my community. I go to work, my boss does something that I don't think is appropriate. And because of the value I know I have in this larger setting and in myself, I will find that strength, the courage, as you put it, to do something about it at work.